Right. Boom, boom, boom. BB had to do it to him. Cock back, if a nigga front, I'ma pop that. Got strapped, you don't want smoke, you better stop that. Real nigga, there's certain shit that'll do not jack. Plus I got some killers on my side and they do not rap. Fake nigga, there's certain questions we do not ask. Perk make the body feel good like a hot bath. You niggas hot ass, your music stay for real. Blizz get it, next on that like a Nike deal. Big guns, we got big guns like the Navy SEAL. It was all a dream like Biggie till I made it real. You niggas changed for real.
We active, brother.
Yo, what's good, y'all? It's your boy Corey D. Haywood Sr. in the building. And I think we've been having some technical difficulties, y'all. I think Busy is frozen, but we'll get him back in here. Right now, it's Trendy Debates. Good morning to y'all. Good morning, and all that. So a lot of stuff been going on. There he is. He's back in the building. He was frozen for a second there, Biz. You frozen again? I don't know. So yeah, we here. Trendy Debates, NBA playoffs kicking off. Well, it's been ongoing. This is going into the third week, but it's been lit. We have the Knicks surprising. This is what we're all gonna talk about. We got the Knicks surprising everyone with their 2-0 start against the Celtics. Definitely, I gotta give Biz his props. Biz, did you say they was gonna get smoked in the second game, or did you say that they was gonna win? I can't remember, but I know Anton. He was on here. He was bragging and boasting about the Knicks, and we, can't overlook that. The Knicks definitely. This is probably the best the Knicks have looked in a long time. Last night's games we had. What the heck is going on here? Last night's games we had the Denver Nuggets and the Oklahoma City Thunder. They went into overtime. Definitely a really good game last night. All right, and now we got him back in the building. So
we're good.
All right, perfect. So yeah, Busy in the building, y'all.
I'm sorry. I'm on the move this morning, doing a couple of wait for appointments and stuff like that. So my apologies.
Yeah, no. So I was just talking about the Nuggets game, games that we're gonna go over. We got the Nuggets and the Thunder last night. That was went into overtime. The Nuggets were able to win in overtime at home against the Thunder, who had smoked them by 40 points the last game.
43.
So, 43 points. So what do you think about this series so far?
I think it's exactly what we expected to live up to. Joker is really, I get it. I've always been impressed with Joker, but his leadership this series is really like the way he's talking. He's verbal with his teammates. He's letting them know we need to step up. We need to do more. You know what I mean? I like how he's going. And then yesterday, I knew they was going to win when he came in with the Joker outfit.
I didn't see that. He came in with the Joker outfit?
He came in with everything but the makeup on. Came in with the whole purple suit on with the green. He came in with the Joker suit on. I knew they was in trouble then. I knew it was a problem then. With him walking in with the Joker suit on, I said, yeah, it's going to be a dark night in Gotham today. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, it was a game worthwhile. Nothing on Denver. Denver is probably one of the only teams I feel like if they play like they did last night is unbeatable. 4 of their starters scored 20 or more. 4 of them. You know what I'm saying? And that's the type of play they need, man.
Too. He been missing for the last few weeks.
Showed up last night. Though.
I killed my ticket. I had him underneath 11.
Showed up last night. I knew that home cooked food, that home field, I knew it was gonna wake up. I knew it was gonna change some things and bring light to a couple of things, man. People were gonna wake up. So I'm happy they woke up and things started clicking for them.
Yeah, that's a fact, man. So going forward, I think we're in game. This was
4 for Denver.
Game 4 is going to be on Sunday night. What do you like in game 4?
The way that series looks like it's going to go, it looks like OKC might steal one at their home.
Okay.
I don't think I don't think Joker and them allow that. I think Joker and them control home court. Once again, I get it. Skill is going to win the skill players, and a team effort is always going to win. Veterism, when you have that experience in the playoffs, experience going deep into the 6-game, 7-game series, and all that stuff, it goes to the team that's been there before. To me, and the team that's been there before is Denver. They've been there with the Lakers. They swept the Lakers. They've been to deep rounds with the Lakers. They've been to places with the superstars already. These young players haven't really been pushed, and I think this is the series that they are pushed. If OKC can win this series, I feel like they are a hard team to beat because they beat a team with some experience. And Denver's a very good team with experience.
Yeah, that's a fact, man. I agree with you. I mean, Denver is tough, man. And coming into the playoffs, I thought them getting rid of their coach was going to be their downfall. That they weren't gonna. I felt like they weren't going to perform as well in the clutch moments, but they proved me wrong. They got the Clippers out of there. I thought the Clippers were going to beat them.
I thought the Clippers were.
Did I? I don't know what. My fault. I don't know what happened. My fault, y'all. I don't know what happened there. Technical difficulties today. I think I hit the wrong button on the screen. My fault. I was trying to pull up that Joker outfit and I hit the wrong button.
Yeah, pull it up. You're gonna be like, this guy crazy. He walked in with it. Smooth criminal.
Smooth criminal. Yeah, I think I got it down.
Why so serious?
So yeah, I mean, so you think that Denver's gonna end up winning this series?
I believe Denver's gonna win it in 6. I believe they hold home court advantage. Win Sunday. OKC is not gonna let them win on their court. Denver got a chance to close it out now. I believe it's a 4-2 series.
Okay, I could definitely see that. I could see that.
But OKC wins tomorrow, it could go 7. And it's gonna end up on OKC floor.
Damn, I don't want to see Oklahoma City lose. I mean, win 68 games and they said Derek Carr just retired.
He better. Why the hell are you still there?
So why would he wait to retire before? Come on, Derek Carr.
They wasn't going to pick up Shador anyway. They wouldn't have picked up Shador anyway.
Who did they pick up? Did they pick up somebody in the draft?
Not a quarterback, I don't think. But they wouldn't have picked up Shador.
Here's the Joker outfit.
Talk to my boy nicely. Talk to my boy nicely.
Yeah, that's fire. I got to give it to him. That's fire.
Respectfully, talk to him.
Yeah, that's fire.
Please open your mouth with kindness.
Retired. Derek Carr, man, he
was better than his brother. Put it like that. He was better than his brother.
Yeah, he was better than his brother.
His brother was a bust. He was better than his brother. So I give him that.
His brother went number 1 overall.
Exactly, and he was better than his brother. I give him that. You know what I'm saying? And one thing I'm going to give him is Derek Carr before the Saints, he was where?
Before the Saints, he was on the Raiders.
Okay. And before the Raiders, he was somewhere else, wasn't he? Texans, right? No, that was his brother.
That was his brother. He was drafted by the Raiders.
Okay. So, listen, the man gave us what he could give us. You know what I'm saying? Let's not make it seem like Derek Carr wasn't a quarterback that at one point we was like, yo, man, he can be that guy. Yeah. So it's like, you know what I mean? He had some suspect years, injuries. He played through a lot of injuries too. So we got to give him some type of flowers for playing through the injuries and trying to keep his team in it. You just got to know when it's your time, man.
Damn, man, that's crazy that he retired. That, but he didn't really pan out for the Saints. The Saints haven't been able to. I feel like the Saints are like the Giants, man. Like they just can't get right since they've won the Super Bowl. I mean, not say that. Let me not say that.
No.
they can't get right since their franchise quarterback retired. I want to say.
Yeah, there you go. Since Drew Brees left, they can't.
Yeah, they can't get right.
They can't get correct, man.
Yeah. But I mean, back to the NBA. The good looking on that. That just must have came through the wire. I didn't even see that this morning. Good luck, Kev. So the next NBA game that we wanted to talk about, we got the Cleveland Cavaliers and the Indiana Pacers. Tyrese Halliburton got the Pacers to a 2-0 lead, but yesterday Donovan Mitchell, he turned up and was able to win a game on the Pacers' home floor. Darius Garland and Evan Mobley and Hunter returned, and it just seems like they're overmatched. When the Cavs are really clicking, it's kind of like the Celtics in a way. When the Celtics are clicking, they're up 20 points. When the Cavs are clicking, they're up 20 points. 16, they'll run off a 16-0 run on them, and they just seem like Pacers are overmatched. It's just clutch time. Both teams have been able to come up in the clutch, but where do you see it going forward?
Once again, the way it's looking right now, momentum hasn't really changed nothing. You're still away. You feel what I'm saying? They won 2 on your court already. You only won 1 on their court. So you still got to pull up the second one to even feel like, okay, we're back equal. You know what I mean? Yep. To me, Indiana still has the upper hand because they got that out the way. They won 2 on the road. They gave it all they can on the road. They got back home, got a little too lax. I feel like wake-up call happened. So now it's time to – I feel like they're gonna make it more competitive this 4th game coming up.
Okay.
So, but this series can go this series has the potential to go 7 though, man, because Indiana is literally they're one of them teams that can give you problems. They can be a problem. You know what I mean? Like, look what they did already. I didn't think they was gonna pull 2 out in Cleveland. They did. Granted, there was some last minutes and stuff like that. So a game winner, and then it was other ones. I get it, but we didn't think that was gonna happen, bro. We didn't think it was gonna be we thought it was gonna be 3-1 right now or 2-1 right now. I mean 2-1 right now or 3-zip. I want to be honest with you. I thought it was gonna be 3-zip right now. I'm gonna be 100% real with you. I thought Cleveland was gonna be 3-zip right now. 5-game series. That's what I thought. 5-game series. I definitely thought that. Not no more. This is a 6 or 7 game series now.
It really is. So the before we get into the games for today, right? I had.
Hold on. Let's not forget the Knicks and Celtics.
Yeah, no, we're gonna get into that. That's what I'm saying. So I had the week 2 playoff performers so far. Week 2, just to let y'all know, we're about to be in we're in week 3. So these playoff performers go through what's the date? It's the 26th through the 3rd. So just to let y'all know, it's not this particular week. I'll have this week's playoff performers once the week is over.
Next week, yeah.
Yeah, so we got Buddy Hield. Buddy Hield turned up in Game 7, helped the Warriors get by the Houston Rockets, who really gave up a fight.
Yeah, they did.
I was really impressed by Houston and what they did, but we all knew kind of that Golden State was going to beat them in the long run.
Yeah.
Number 4, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Like we said in the last show with Rob, most likely going to be MVP of the league.
If he's not MVP, there's something wrong. There really is.
But you know what's going to be sad, bro? What's going to be sad is if they lose to Denver and he gets MVP, it's going to get downplayed. They're going to be like, nah, we see who the real MVP is.
We're not. Bro, this is season MVP.
I know this.
Regular season. We're not doing MVP of the playoffs. If we do that, then we do that. We actually do that, don't we? And don't they get the Eastern Conference and Western Conference finals like MVP player and shit like that? Don't they give those awards out?
Yeah, they do it. They do that.
Or Larry Bird and the Magic Johnson, or Larry Bird and the something else trophy or some shit.
Yeah, it's Larry Bird and Magic. Yeah.
Bro, you get one of those for the playoffs. Season MVP. is SG. This is what kills me. It's like, why are we waiting 3-4 weeks into playoffs to figure out who the MVP is of the season?
You're right.
That's so backwards for this reward. And don't name it season MVP.
You're right.
Like, don't name it regular season MVP. Name it. Just name it the league MVP. Don't name it season MVP, league MVP. In this case, you can wait till the finals to give it out if you want to.
Right. No, you're right. I agree.
But if they season MVP and then accumulate what they have in the playoffs, that's not right. You dig what I'm saying? Because what if injury happens to somebody that is on a road to MVP? You're not gonna give it to him because of the injury?
Yeah.
That's what I mean. Like, we can't do that. We don't name it season MVP or regular season MVP. Don't do that if you're gonna try to accumulate what they do in the playoffs.
Yeah.
So if he doesn't get MVP, bro, it's like, change the fucking award name then. Change the criteria. Change the criteria for it. Because you got everybody trying to make the 65 games to be eligible for awards.
Yeah.
But then you're not giving them out to playoffs.
That's weird. Right. You're right. You're right but they do that in the NFL too. Like, they wait until the Super Bowl to give it all out.
But this is my thing about that too. Why are we waiting till so late to give these things out? Super Bowl football, I can see more. Football is a little bit more understandable, I feel like, because you can have one game. It's one game we get determine these people off with. So when we got like a Josh Allen and like we always have Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson, Patrick Mahomes, MVP race, we need to see them in that one game. You hear what I'm saying? 7-game series. In 7 games, I can learn how to shut you down and make your team beat me. Does that mean that you deserve the MVP?
No.
You get what I'm saying? So like NFL, I feel like one game, let's put it on the line. Yeah, you can have a bad game. It could be any given Sunday, but still you as a player, you know what I'm saying? You get 1 week, man. You get 7 games to determine who's better at this too. That's why I feel like it really is. See who's going to win the OKC Denver Nuggets series. That's what I really feel like this is that's what I really feel like they're waiting for.
You feel like whoever wins that series is going to win the
They
West?
have to give it to SGA though.
They got to.
Whoever wins that series, no, because if OKC win against a team like Minnesota, it's gonna be the SGA show. Because no one on OKC, I don't give a fuck about none of that young talent. They don't have the gems that fucking Ant-Man got, man. Yeah. SGA do. You feel what I'm saying? You got a Chet Holmgren, we got a Rudy Gobert. You know what I'm saying? You got I mean, granted, Julius Randle ain't all that, but he's a body on the court. You give him somebody else who's gonna be physical like him.
I've always been a Julius hater, man. He's been playing really well, man. And it would be very fitting if Minnesota ended up playing the Knicks in the finals. That would be crazy.
Man, first of all, who's watching that fucking finals besides New York fans and Minnesota fans?
New York seems to be the team that everybody.
Bro, only because they hate Boston so much. There's nothing that, the true New York fan. There's true New York fans there. We know who the true New York fan is. We can tell who true New York fans are. But when you talk to them about how they react when it comes to the Knicks, you can tell a true New York fan by just saying something about the Knicks, and they're gonna defend the Knicks. They're gonna talk about when Melo was there, Amari. They're gonna do all of that. These new guys, they just hate Boston. Their team couldn't beat Boston. They don't like Jason Tatum or Jaylen Brown or the fact that Boston beat Golden State last year. Was it Golden State they beat last year, or who was it, Denver?
No, they beat who did they play last year? Who
did they play in the finals?
It's in them Dallas.
Dallas. They whooped Kyrie in the mouth. Like, they're mad about a lot of stuff. A lot of niggas don't like Boston. Do you hear what I'm saying? They just don't like that man, them people, at all. In Boston, Boston always had a bad reputation as a city and a town and all that shit too. But
true,
they love their players. What do you expect fans to do?
That's true.
You hear what I'm saying? Like, go to New York wearing a Boston jersey by your Dolly, or matter of fact, go to Philly, right? The Philadelphia Eagles wearing a Dallas jersey or some shit. you might get your ass whooped over there. Excuse my language. You might
Shit,
get.
I remember back in the day that I'm dating myself here. Okay, he said we here. We here.
What?
Anton. I remember back in the day I was on tour, right? I was on tour with Lloyd and we was in Boston. Bro, all I had was a New York hat on. This is a Murder Inc. Like, I think we was doing like a summer jam or some shit there. And they was getting on me, like, cause I was doing street team, so I'm in the crowd giving out stuff, and they're like, "Oh, take that hat off, take that New York hat off. We don't respect it." And I'm like, "Bro, I don't care." I was like, "Yo, in New York, we do not care about y'all
at all."
Like, and I'm not even a Yankees fan like that. My team is the Mets, but if y'all want y'all want me to become a Yankees fan today, I'll do it.
Yeah.
Out of here, man.
But no, man, like, nah, like we gotta call it what it is, man. New York fans, the only people that's gonna be watching that is the minute New York, if New York beats Boston, these same people ain't gonna be riding New York's wave. They just happy they beat Boston. Do you hear what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's all it is. They're just happy they beat Boston. But this is the issue is Knicks can't go in here and give all they got to Boston, beat Boston, get to the next round, and you got to place a Cleveland or Indiana Pacers team.
One of them, right? Yo, that'll be hilarious. I swear.
Get swept in the Eastern Conference Finals. I bet you all them Knicks fans that cheering out.
I've seen on social media people putting Brunson over Carmelo already.
Shut up.
Yo, Carmelo doesn't get no type of respect, man.
None. And I was watching this show, the Brooklyn, his podcast shit. I was watching it, you know what I mean? And yo, man, I didn't even know. Well, I knew, but behind the scenes, when I went and looked at that Knicks squad, J.R. Smith, KP, fucking Melo, Raymond Felton, bro, they had a gang, bro.
That was a squad. No, that was a squad.
They had a gang, bro. Like, that's crazy. And to think that Melo and JR played in Denver together. They was one of the top scoring duos in Denver. They get a second chance in New York. That was wild. And then they end up trading JR and Chump to Bron, and, you know, rest is history.
Shit, yep, sure is. So, excuse me, we got Jalen Brunson as number 3, man. You can't take away from this guy's performance this year.
I'm done. I'm done shitting on him. I'm done.
Yeah.
He should be number 1 after the performance he was putting up in that Knicks game and in the Detroit series. He should be number 1.
He should. I mean, I had him number 1 for the first week because of what transpired. I think the last game in Detroit was the end of that week, so that put him in number 1 for that week. He probably should have been higher this week, to be honest with you.
But we'll see who you got.
Yeah,
we'll see who you got ahead of him. We'll see.
Right now, I got
see if I can argue with it.
Tyrese Halliburton.
I'm fucking arguing with it. No, nah.
No,
Do you? No, he should be number 3.
Okay.
I knew you was gonna do some shit like that, putting him number 2 or 1, because we had this argument earlier this week or last week, and you, as soon as he had that good ass game, you went right on social media and put the hallelujah and all this other yo, all types of stuff. Nah, because what happened yesterday when he got home?
Yeah, that's true.
I ain't seen Brunson put up one of those games yet. We're gonna see today. We're gonna see today.
He had one of those games in the first. This is the third Knicks game, right? This is the first time they're in Madison. He had one of them games where he only had like 17 or something, fucking up my ticket.
What did Halliburton have last night?
This is the different week though.
What did Halliburton have last night?
I think he had. I don't know. I can't tell you. I don't want to say the wrong shit. I think he had 18, maybe. That's like around his scoring average. I'm gonna look right now. Hold on.
Now here's the difference. I'm gonna tell you. Yeah, Jalen Brunson is the closer. They officially made him and Mikal Bridges the closers of the Knicks.
No,
There's OG, Cat, Josh Hart, and Brunson and them pitching through the first to the third quarter. But Cat, OG, and them is the main source, I feel like, with Brunson doing his work here and there.
Man. God damn, he only had 4.
I wanted to say it, but I wanted you to look at it. Damn. I knew what it was already, but I needed you to look at it yourself. He ain't never had one of those games. And at home, you wildin'. You wildin'.
Well,
so he don't deserve number 2
next week because he only had 4 that game. That's crazy.
First game home. Your first game home too. You did all that on the road, got home and did that.
Yeah, that's crazy. And this is who I got number 1, man. I
agree. I'm gonna agree with that one.
48. Even though they lost, he's been balling, bro. And if you take any, let's say we take any of these teams, right? So you would agree that Darius Garland and Evan Mobley is the second best, like the 2 and the 3 for that team, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So if you took Karl Anthony Towns, and who would be the third player on the Knicks? You would say Bridges or
Mikal. I would give it to Mikal. Well, OG. See, that's the thing is it's supposed to be Mikal, but OG's taking control of it because I think they got Mikal playing a different role this series.
Right.
So if they went and played against the Cleveland or Indiana next series, Mikal Bridges can be the scorer then, and OG would be more the defender then, because Indiana has bigger players, Cleveland has bigger players. So OG would be more playing the bigger players, and Mikal will be taking advantage. Mikal will average 20-25 against Indiana and Cleveland.
No, I can see that. I could definitely.
So OG is just more the role. So right now, because Mikal has to do more Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown defending, OG has to step up and be that third scorer.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like that's one thing I can say about the Knicks. A couple of these teams, they have the option to go a different type of 3 depending on the teams they play. Knicks happen to be one of them. Cleveland happens to be one of them. Indiana's shaky because it's like Siakam, yes. Halliburton, I'll give him that. He can get it catching streaks, but who's your third? You feel what I'm saying? Like, you don't really have a third that's solid and then somebody else that can switch in and out with him. You just have a bunch of players that might get lucky that night. I mean, they're all good, but they just might get lucky that night.
Right. So, yeah, I mean, like I was saying, it's if you take away the second and third option for any team, they're probably gonna lose the game. Like
that's yeah.
Even though, but him giving us 48 points, and I think he had 45 the next game or 40 something the next game, and yeah, he's been number 1, man. So
he's number 1. He's put up the performance where all your number 2 and 3 need to do is give you 20 and 20. It should feel like the performance he's giving you. All your number 2 and 3 got to give you is 20-20. 20 points, 20 points.
We should have had him down in South Beach, man. The Biscayne.
Yo, what's crazy is that's not a good. You're still then what? Bam's your big man who's playing center at power 4 position, who is always running into trouble. Indiana, Miles Turner, Naismith.
Oh, we got a center now. We got Khalil Ware. He finished 3rd in Rookie of the Year.
Bro, stop. So why was they doing what they was doing to him? They was doing what the fuck he wanted to him.
Who was?
He didn't count. Khalil. Who played you in the first round? Cleveland, am I right?
Cleveland.
Evan Mobley was doing what they wanted against that boy. Jared Allen was doing what he wanted, and Jared Allen is a defender. He's not ready. That boy don't have enough experience yet. Give him 2-3 years under his belt with a good offensive game, then he might, but you still need another. You can't just have him in Bam and think, all right, we're solid with big men. When all these other teams got a solid 3 or 4 big men that are in the rotation that know how to play with the other scorers. They know they're pick and roll guys and defending guys and in the paint guys or spot up 3-point shooters. Miami don't have that, bro. You know what? You know who would look good with Miami? And it's crazy because they wouldn't have to go far. The Wagner twins. If they just went over to Miami, oh my God. Oh my goodness. The Wagner twins, 6'10", 6'10". Oh man. Different. And the one comes off the bench. The Mort,
good
More
over
tips or whatever.
there. Pause.
What?
Struce is
Who?
looking good. Struce.
Yeah,
Max looking
Struce is
nice.
balling. Struce is
Man,
balling, man. Struce is a good.
y'all first
Struce,
good season in fucking ever. Get out of
huh?
here, man.
What happened?
Bam needs to come to New York and be appreciated. Bam been to 2 NBA finals with our organization, man.
But bro, that was when the league was playing that Golden State small ball. The league is getting back into that early 2090s when we got the big men coming in. They can shoot threes, but they're big men that are attacking the paint. They're getting big men that can clog up the paint.
I would say last year was Bam's worst season. I agree.
Yeah,
But Khalil wears a 7-footer. He can shoot. He can catch lobs. He's going to be a problem, man.
listen,
Watch.
he better be a problem next year because Bam is getting sick of the shit.
Nah, he's a Heat lifer, man.
I get it. It sounds good. He ain't know you Dennis Haslam. He's not.
He is. He's going to beat our next Haslam.
We will see. They better treat him good and put some players around him because that's one big man is not. So when that big man subs out, that young man subs out, or he gets in foul trouble, they're moving Bam right back to center. Who's your power forward?
Well, they bring they give you like a Haywood Highsmith. That's the problem.
This is what I'm saying. You need
like a Haywood
Bam had a bad season. You know why Bam had a bad season also? Also because all the Jimmy Butler stuff. That's his guy. He knew Jimmy was going to be on his way out. And I think that affected him, knowing that, damn, the Batman to the Robin, I'm his Robin, whatever. Right. He's gone, and they're trying to make Tyler Hero this guy. They're trying to make this guy the guy now, and it's just not. He's not Jimmy Butler. He's not giving you the defensive effort, the offensive control, the court control like Jimmy Butler does, bro. Anywhere Jimmy Butler goes, he controls.
I didn't even want to talk about the Heat because they're home. We're not talking about.
We're not gonna talk about them. Let's get back to
talking about niggas that's home. That's why these niggas want to talk about LeBron every day. Yo, if all this NBA talent is going on and all these great games, and you still talking about LeBron and Jordan, you got a different type of mental illness, man. And I'm not gonna subscribe to your mental illness. You need to go to the doctor, get your right pills. Get your right medicine, because if you're not a fan of the game, man, if all this great basketball is happening right now and you still talking about Michael Jordan and LeBron will never be Jordan. LeBron is home nursing his kneecaps right now, man.
Word, not knowing what's going on with his future.
We don't want to hear about him. We want to hear about the Knicks. We want to hear about the Celtics. We want to hear about the Pacers and the Cavs. Everybody else. Man, so that's my statement for the day. So boom, this is what your man said, Lizzie. Your man said Jason Tatum is the Kobe Bryant of Paul George's. Listen to me again what he said. Your man Nick Wright.
What?
Jason Tatum is the Kobe Bryant of Paul George's. Think about it for a second.
I thought about it. Translated already. There is no thinking about it. That's the insult.
Yeah, right.
That's an insult. So you're saying an NBA champion? That's an MVP. That's an MVP. Finals MVP. Am I right?
Yep. I think 4 years in a row.
Is the Kobe Bryant not? So you're saying Paul George is the Jordan, he's the Kobe Bryant to the Paul George.
No, he's saying that Paul George is like Paul George, right?
Like he will be the Jordan. The Jordan.
No, Kobe is the highest. He's saying
Jordan.
He's saying Paul George is Paul George, right?
Yes, but and Jason Tatum is like the Kobe to him, like Kobe to Jordan.
Not to Jordan, to Paul George.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying is like how Kobe is to Jordan. He's trying to say the same narrative.
No, he's not saying that. He's saying that Paul George is Paul George, but he's saying that Jason Tatum
is the Kobe Bryant version. But what I'm saying is the second version. The second version coming. The second of Paul George.
Not. He's saying he's a better version of Paul George. That's all he's saying. Tatum is.
So he's the Kobe Bryant of that. Then I didn't understand it, because to me it felt like he was saying how Kobe is, like how we say Jordan, and then the next person to Jordan is Kobe. When you're saying he's the Kobe Bryant of Paul, it's like, all right, he's Paul George, and then the next closest thing to Paul George is like Jason Tatum.
Yeah, but what he's saying is like Paul George is Paul George, and he's saying Jason Tatum is the best version of Paul George. Basically, that's what he's saying. So
pretty much we have the same meaning. Pretty much it's the same meaning.
It's still an insult, but it's like,
yeah, pretty much it's the same meaning. But it's like, bro, no, he's not, because Paul George ain't never been there. The closest Paul George been to that was versus Miami Heat, Indiana Pacers. Paul George.
Yep,
that was the closest he got to like. And I'm not down on Paul George. I feel like if Paul George would have made a better decision instead of going to LA, if Paul George would have went to like, let's say if Paul George would have went to Miami at the time, because they had the Jimmy Butler. Jimmy Butler could have played the 2. Jimmy Butler could have played the 1 or the 2 with Tyler Hero playing the 2 or the 1. Paul George could have played the 3. Then you could have had your Bam at your 4, your 5 stretch. You could have went and picked up a weird center, just to play defense. He could have went to Miami then or something like that, and he would have had a better chance to do, because that was around the bubble time too, I believe, right? That he went to LA.
Yep.
Miami Heat went to the championship. They played against the Lakers. They just couldn't score with the Lakers.
You see this on the screen right here? Jalen should have been the MVP. First of all, they didn't announce it yet.
Anton, get that. That's no. Stop right now, Duya. Stop entertaining that shit. Anton, delete the goddamn comment. You're too biased. Stop the shit.
And look at this one. Brown is better than Tatum.
This nigga Anton hate Tatum. Yo, Anton hate Tatum. You could cuz hate Tatum. That's all I know. Cuz hate Tatum about everything. No, he's not. We can't. If you take Jaylen Brown right now and put him on,
it's like that's like saying because Andre Iguodala got the MVP in the finals, he's better than Steph Curry.
No, hell no. That's a bad scenario. If you made Klay Thompson better, that would be a better like comparison. But what I'm saying is, I always look at stuff when you compare players. Is if I take Boston Celtics and take Tatum off of there, they're not that big of a threat as we would really pertain to say. If you take Jaylen Brown off the Celtics, you still be like, damn, they're a contender.
Right.
To me. You feel what I'm saying? That's just to me. I still feel like they're a contender to me. So right now they ain't doing shit with both of them. So they gotta win. They gotta win a game.
They gotta win the game.
Because not for nothing, you live by the 3, you die by the 3. You live by the 3, you die by the 3, and you think you're Golden State Warriors when they was in their prime, and you're not. And you need to stop that shit. That's what the problem is.
Great segue. So who do you got today? 3:30, Madison Square Garden. I looked up tickets. They wanted $800 for the tippy top of the stadium. Yeah, nah. Then the highest seat is $54,000 if you want to get your feet on the wood. Pause.
So this is what I'm gonna say, right? Because I called the first 2 games.
Feet on the wood is crazy.
I said it's crazy. Wow, I'm gonna ignore that. That's what I'm gonna ignore that.
You can't even.
I didn't want to say none. I try to go right to the next thing.
No,
so
feet on the wood, it's crazy.
Yeah, that was wild right there.
Yeah,
I called the first 2 games, even with them going down by 20. I said, "Yo, y'all gonna." Everybody say the Knicks is gonna get swept, but the Knicks go out there and win them 2 in Boston. Then what? They won the 2 in Boston. They're going back home. Cat is going to act stupid tonight. 3-0, New York. Cat is going to go crazy tonight. Brunson and Cat are going to act stupid tonight. To this afternoon. They're going to act crazy this afternoon. Tatum is going to try to go crazy, but there's too many injuries. Jaylen Brown ankle injury. You lost your other big man, Hauser. KP is struggling. Al Horford back. There's too many injuries in wear and tear on the Celtics already. You hear what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Knicks is built to go ahead and just start beating up and play through injuries. Knicks did that last year until they couldn't do it no more. But you had OG Anunoby with an ACL, an MCL or some injury. Bitch was out there with a knee brace in an elimination game because he didn't want to. You know what I'm saying?
Yep. And they didn't have Randall last year either.
No, bro. You feel what I'm saying? So it's gonna be 3-0 Knicks. I'm calling it 3-0 Knicks. Cat go crazy. Brunson goes crazy. Everybody gets Cat off because Cat was acting crazy last game. Cat heard everybody talking about you're terrible, you don't do nothing in the playoffs. All right.
I'm gonna say this, and now I've been going against the Knicks, and they've been proving me wrong. But Celtics are the best road team in the history of the NBA. Best road team ever. I feel like
who has the title? Who has the title for most 3-pointers made in the game?
I want to say Steph Curry, right? Steph Curry.
Sure, no, team wise.
I don't know that.
Boston Celtics.
Okay. Oh, you're saying like what is it? What did they make? Like
you win games on the road because you live and you die by the three. Do you? I watched the first 2 games. Boston should have beat the Knicks by 40.
They should.
You know what their problem was? They get the offensive rebound and step back behind the 3 again. Miss it, get the offensive rebound, give it to he step back behind the 3-pointer again. You live by the 3, you die by the 3 because you don't want to wear and tear on your body by going to the paint.
Right.
So you
the cheat for the Celtics is Porzingis, man.
But guess what?
Been there and he's balling.
They go crazy. Porzingis injury. He's scared of contact.
Yeah.
Mitchell Robinson is giving him all the contact.
Yeah. Cat too.
But Mitchell Robinson is the really big body, he's the heavy dead weight body. Cat still got some lightness on his feet. Mitchell was the heavy dead weight, throwing real dead weight on you body. You heard what I'm saying? KP's knees can't withstand that. Them legs can't withstand too much of that. And I'm telling you, it's not gonna listen. If they keep dragging, what happens is third quarter, the Celtics swim out. They swim out into the boat, right? Into the deep waters, right? And they throw the little kid in the water. You can't swim. And then fourth quarter come and Jason Voorhees pops up out of the water into the boat. It's the New York Knicks. And it's like, now you got to survive in this deep water. And now Celtics is sitting there like, damn, we threw this little kid in the water and fucking Jason came up. And the bitch is drowning us now. We can't do nothing about it. That's what happens. They get out to the deep water, they bring themselves out to the deep water with the enemy, thinking the enemy can't swim, and find out the enemy's Michael Phelps.
When they ran that play at the last second of the game, I wish I could show it. It wasn't the last second; it was one of the last possessions. And
the Celtics had where Mikal Bridges again knew exactly where Jason Tatum was going to be. It was like he knew where Jaylen Brown was going to be. Not
that one. The one where they ran the high pick and roll, and Jason Tatum ran and dunked the ball, and then the Knicks got the ball, and Jaylen Brown put my man Drew Holiday in the blender and got the foul. But that play, to me, where Jason Tatum dunked it, I'm like, yo, why are they not doing that the whole time? Like, they can't stop the man going to the basket.
This is, Julia, I said this before when I was at work. My boy Nick Grant, shout out to my boy Nick Grant, huge Knicks fan. When he was probably one of the only believers when I was at the job saying, yo, man, it's possible. Stay believe it. I told Nick, yo, bro, y'all would be in trouble if Jason Tatum alone just stopped shooting threes, let everybody else shoot threes. If he just attacked the basket, he's gonna be at the line half the game.
Right.
He's gonna be at the free throw line half the game. I said, bro, they do not drive the ball. If he drove the ball and got them Knicks big men in trouble, it's easy pickings going through the basket the whole game. But they don't want to go to the basket. They want to play Golden State basketball, bro.
Yeah.
You can't play Golden State basketball if you don't have us. You have to have the Steph Curry shooter. That's why I call it Golden State basketball, because Steph is the one guy, right, that no matter what, when you're running through all the screens, you have to keep an eye on him. Now, why keep an eye on him? You had a Klay Thompson popping out to a 3. You had a Draymond at the time that was shooting threes popping out to 3. Like, you had these guys popping out. Now you had a solid shooter that was doing that.
Yeah. Oh, that's crazy.
I got Knicks 3-0 today.
3-0.
I don't see the Knicks coming home. What happened?
I said I got the Celtics today. Celtics pull off a big road win to get the series at 2-1. I think the Knicks will win Game 4 and go up 3-1, and then we'll see what the champs is made of. But I think the Celtics will avoid the 3-0 deficit today.
Do you? This is the only way you're going to possibly see a team come back from 3 down 3. Because they're going up. Knicks is going up 3-0 tonight.
I want to see it one day, man. I just don't want it to be one of my teams that I fuck with. I want to see it one day. Like that year when Miami went up 3-0 on Boston.
Yeah, bro.
To tie it up, I was shook. Because they no such thing as that. Scared to death, scared to look, man.
Shook, bro. It was shook.
I was shook, bro. Oh man, so.
But yeah, like I said, I got Knicks winning this afternoon. What's the next game?
The last game that we're gonna talk about today is the Warriors and the Wolves. It goes down tonight, 8:30. I might be.
Yeah, I'm gonna be. We're gonna be playing football at that time. We're gonna be at my game. Go Kingston Lions game at 6:30.
Oh yeah, no, we're gonna talk about that. We're gonna talk about that before we get off.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we got the Wolves.
No Steph Curry, bro. If there's no Steph Curry
out for the next, possibly game 6 is probably his earliest return.
Oh my God!
Yeah,
they gotta survive till game 6.
I think,
bro. I don't know, man. Without that threat, Golden State is built to have that one 3-point threat. You have to have somebody D'ing him coming across the half-court line. You got to double team and trap off of picks.
Yep.
You have to with Steph Curry. So that always leaves another man in transition to move. Without him, bro, I feel like, oh man, it's hard to really say. It's hard to say that they're gonna win. It's hard to say that, bro. I'm sorry.
The only thing that I could see is he got to turn into playoff Jimmy. He's got to be Jimmy from the Miami Heat, man. He's got to turn into playoff Jimmy and give him 40, give him 38.
I mean, Jimmy, if anybody can do it, if anybody can do it, Jimmy can. If anybody can do it, Jimmy can, because if you almost kind of look at it, right, it's almost the same. It's almost the same, like not roster, but play style as Miami had. They don't have no true big man. They're built off of defense. They got good shooters. You know what I'm saying? You got Draymond is Bam with an attitude. That's not afraid of physicality. I mean, Bam's not afraid of physicality either. But Bam is smart though. Bam is smart. Bam knows, all right, I gotta be physical, but I ain't gonna go out here and lose my temper and go out here and physically push people and try to knock people off their game. Draymond got a little bit of Rodman in him. Pause.
Definitely.
But he got that Rodman game where he wants to get up under your skin, get you a little mad and clap in your face, and he'll taunt you back and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? That's not Bam, but the lineup is pretty much the same. You heard what I'm saying?
That's true.
You know who's key tonight? Who's key tonight? JK. Jonathan Kuminga has to have one of them games.
He had a good game the last game. He had 18 in the
Jonathan
third.
Kuminga has to have one of those games.
And I'm wondering how Anthony Edwards is going to play. He had that ankle injury. They stepped on his ankle. He came back the last game, but I'm sure that ankle probably swelled up a little bit. 2 games going.
Adrenaline down.
Especially flying from Minnesota to Cali. That flying, it fucks up your bloodstream and all that. If Pajinski or whatever his name starts hitting, that's what I said. If
Pajinski
just gotta start clicking. But I mean, right now it's 1-1. Golden State has the home court. If they, like I said, they need to get playoff Jimmy. Playoff Jimmy got to show up if they're gonna really have a chance, man.
Yeah.
Who do you like in the game tonight?
Because of home court advantage, I got to go with Golden State. But I wouldn't be surprised if Minnesota pulls up. But I'm gonna go with Golden State, only because of the home court advantage. Because no Steph, I think Golden State plays well because they play at home. They're comfortable at home. You know what I'm saying? They know they got two games to come at home. So I know they're like, all right, let's. It's just everybody is gonna play better. I feel like everybody's gonna play more in the comfort zone because it's home. You know what I mean? You're not away. You know what I mean? You don't gotta deal with the fans. Now the fans are on your side. You get the boost from them. You know what I mean? So I gotta go Warriors.
Yeah, I'm gonna take Minnesota tonight. Unless we see playoff Jimmy, I don't think they can beat them. Julius Randle, we were saying earlier, he's really impressed me this season. He's definitely been balling, and I could see another big game from him. I think he had 24 the last game, so I could see another big game from Julius
I mean,
Randle.
what they need to do is they just need to put Draymond on Julius and bring that boy Post, the big man they got Post. They got to just bring him in and put him on Rudy. Rudy's not a damn offensive guy.
Nah,
Post can actually shoot the 3-pointer, which can pull Rudy out of the paint. So you gotta incorporate this guy, because Post, I can't think of his first name, but that boy Post, I've been watching him. He'll pull up at the 3 like Steph. He don't care. He has no fear of releasing that. So
I disagree, bro. I nobody wants to see them without Steph Curry, but with Steph Curry is the biggest draw in the NBA that's left in the league. So as far as players go,
that's true. It's 100% true.
People always want to see Steph Curry play, man. So but I'm gonna take.
Let Golden State go to the finals, and the Knicks go too. Bitch, I'm trying to scrap me some change to go see Steph in person.
Yeah, right. right. So I'm gonna go with Minnesota tonight.
Okay.
Probably Warriors the next game after that. I think we will see a game 6 where Steph returns, and then it'll go from there. But we'll see. I'm gonna take Minnesota tonight, man. So
okay.
That was all the 4 games that we covered. I wanted to give a shout out to the Kingston High School 2 players, Max Shep, sophomore, and Victoria Fall for making the all-state teams. Max with the 7th team, and Victoria with
that's
big for them. Only sophomores.
That's what makes it real. That's what makes it real. The sophomore fact. That's what makes it real.
Is right with those 2 players. So I wanted to shout them out. And of course, we got Kingston Lions.
You know what I'm talking about.
Tonight,
you know what I mean? This is what we do. This is what we do. You know?
Yeah.
Let's be real with ourselves. Let's get it, man. 6:30 tonight is kickoff. We getting active tonight. It's the New York Dolphins. We're gonna be getting active, man. We went out. We get a playoff home game, which is gonna be big. Right now, we're trying to get back to our top form where we was. We had a couple of injuries and a couple of guys that sat out the last couple of weeks, so we had some close games that got away from us. But we went out. We get a 4th place seed. We get a home game in the playoffs. So come out, support this week. We got 2 home games left. Today's a home game, 6:30 kickoff. Next week, home game 2. Come out, show some love, man.
It's free. What's the ticket?
We got 15 admission for the adults, 10 for kids, 13 and up.
Cash App, all that type of good
all
stuff.
That. I can send it to you. It's Kingston Lions Cash App. Look up Kingston Lions on Cash App. You can send everything through there. We got merch. That's it. We got hats, hoodies, t-shirts. For the ladies, we got black and pink hoodies, like my blue and black one. You can get the numbers stitched on them if you want to, your name, whatever you want. We got a lot of things going, but come out, show some love, man. See what it's about.
They got an announcer?
I mean, you know what's crazy is we do have an announcer, but maybe we can come and get a fucking cooler one. Do you?
Yeah. Get me in there, mix some type of way, man.
I got you, bro. You know, if you got a chance, pull up to the game today, and I can introduce you to my coach, the owner, and everything directly, and you can let him know your resume, because he be looking for the DJs and stuff and all that too. So we'll get you the plug in. You already know I do, brother. I plugged in. I'm the type to cut the deal and cut my niggas in. You know what I mean?
Right. So thanks everybody for tuning in and all that.
Thank you.
Winning a little bit early. I feel like that 6:30 time slot. We've been clicking with that one, but definitely appreciate everybody that tapped in today. I'm gonna try to go live tomorrow night.
We can go live tomorrow. That's
Mother's Day and all that, but I'm trying to knock that out the way early.
I mean, hey, if you want to do an early rendition of the podcast to get before Mother's Day even starts, after a little Mother's Day breakfast or something, if you want to get up and cook for the wife or whatever, then we can do an early day, or we can wait till all the events is over. You know what I'm saying? You let me know.
Yeah, we'll probably do it right before the games. That seems like the 6:30, 6 o'clock area is where we get the most views. So I'm trying to keep that kind of our time slot. So thank everybody for tuning in and all that. And we out of here, man.
We out.
Right. Boom, boom, boom. BB had to do Cock back if a nigga front, I'ma pop that. Got straps, you don't want smoke, you better stop that. Real nigga, there's certain shit that I do not jack. Plus I got some killers on my side and they do not rap. Fake nigga, there's certain questions we do not ask. Perk make the